Hello students, this is Girjesh Kumar Mal, lecturer in English in Sri Gandhi Vidyalaya Inter College, Bachrawa, Raebareli. Dear students, today we are going to study the third part of translation. In it, we will study future tense. As we know that the tense is the fundamental of the construction of a sentence, and we have studied present tense and past tense in previous lectures. So we shall discuss about the future tense in English language now. So if you are ready, let us begin. As you know that tense is the combination of two terms, time and stage of work. Just like present tense and past tense, the future time and the indefinite aspect of work make future indefinite tense. Then we have future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Let us begin with future indefinite tense. What is future indefinite tense? Actually, future indefinite tense talks about plans and intentions, instant decisions, offers and promises. Let us see the example. वह दूध पिएगा, वे क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, मैं एक निबंध लिखूंगा. Please pay attention on Hindi sentences. If the verb in Hindi ends with last syllable as ga, ge, gi, there must be future indefinite tense. As you know that these are positive sentence, so first of all we have to learn how to translate positive sentence in future indefinite tense. We make future indefinite tense with subject and shall or will as a helping verb, then first form of the verb, and at last you have to write object. Let us see the first sentence. वह दूध पिएगा. Translate the sentence. First of all, you have to write subject he. Then you have to write helping verb. And to decide helping verb, first of all you have to see this chart. In this chart, you can see that there are some personal pronouns given. Here, I and we are underlined. If there is I and we as a subject, it means you have to use shall as a helping verb. Otherwise, you have to use will. Here, the subject is he, so you have to use will as a helping verb. Then the first form of the verb, it means drink, and at last you have to write object. Clear? Come to the second sentence. वे क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. They will play cricket. Come to the third sentence. मैं निबंध लिखूंगा. Here the subject is I, so you have to use shall as a helping verb, then write, and at last you have to write object and essay. Here I would like to say something. Dear students, you have seen in many sentences the helping verb will with the subject I and we. Just you can see here that I have used shall with I subject and will with you, he, she, it and they. But you have seen in many sentences the helping verb will with the subject I and we, and the helping verb shall with other subjects. Why it is so? Actually, those sentences in which there is determination, there is threat, in such a type of sentence, the helping verb is changed. We use will with I and we use shall with other subjects. For example, हम यह काम अवश्य करेंगे. Here, we will do this work. Here, we use will with the subject we. Come to the next sentence. वो तुम्हारी मदद अवश्य करेगा. He shall help you. Here you have to use shall with the subject he. More example. मैं तुम्हें देख लूंगा. In this sentence, threat is given, so I will see you. One thing more, this is a traditional way of translating the sentence in future tense. But in modern English, the helping verb shall is not used at all. Now, we can use will as a helping verb with all kind of subjects. But as we are studying English grammar, so we shall go according to the rules of grammar. That is why we use shall with subject I and we and will with other than I and we. Let us see the other type of sentences, that is negative sentence. The identification is same as if the sentence in Hindi ends with ga, ge, gi, but there is negation of work or negative information about plans and intentions as मैं बाजार नहीं जाऊंगा, सीता गाना नहीं गाएगी. To translate such type of sentences, we start with subject, then shall and will as a helping verb, then not, then first form of the verb, and at last you have to write object. As a helping verb, we use shall with I and we, just I have told you, and will with other subject. Let us translate these sentences. सीता गाना नहीं गाएगी. Sita will not sing a song. मैं बाजार नहीं जाऊंगा. I shall not go to market. Clear? Let us see the next type of sentence. It means interrogative sentence of future indefinite tense. The identification is same as if the sentence in Hindi ends with ga, ge, gi, but in it question is also asked. You can see the examples. तुम दूध क्यों पियोगे, वे क्रिकेट कहाँ खेलेंगे. More examples, क्या वो गीत गाएगी, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ाऊंगा. There are two types of interrogative sentence. I have told you in the previous lectures also. One which starts with the sound kya. This type of sentence can be answered in yes or no. The last two sentences comes within this type of interrogative sentence, and the second type of interrogative sentence is that in which interrogative word like what, when, why, where are given in the middle of the sentence, which cannot be answered in the form of yes or no. The first two sentences come within this type of interrogative sentence. To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word, then shall and will as a helping verb, then subject, then first form of the verb, then object, and at last you have to use mark of interrogation. As you see in sentence number 4 and sentence number 5, there is no interrogative word like what, when, why, where within the sentence. That is why in this sentence we start with helping verb. First of all, come to the first sentence. तुम दूध क्यों पियोगे? Why will you drink milk? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ खेलेंगे? Where will they play cricket? Here, the sentence will start with helping verb. Just I have told you. Will she sing a song? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ाऊंगा? Shall I teach English? Let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative negative. Actually, interrogative negative, it means the sentence which have the negation of work and question also. The identification is same as if the sentence in Hindi ends with ga, ge, gi along with negation, and question is also asked. तुम दूध क्यों पियोगे? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ नहीं खेलेंगे? क्या वो गीत नहीं गाएगी? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा? The method is same, the technique is same, only not is used between subject and the first form of the verb. Here, first of all you have to write interrogative word, then shall or will as a helping verb, then subject plus not plus first form of the verb, then object, and at last you have to use mark of interrogation. Let us try to translate these sentences. Why will you not drink milk? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ नहीं खेलेंगे, वेयर विल दे नॉट प्ले क्रिकेट, क्या वो गीत नहीं गाएगी, विल शी नॉट सिंग ए सॉन्ग, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा, शैल आई नॉट टीच इंग्लिश। तो these are the four types of sentences as positive sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence and interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. The next tense is future continuous tense. What is future continuous tense? Actually, future continuous tense talks about an unfinished, ongoing action in future. It is used to talk about the action happening in the future. In other words, we can say that when a sentence refers the continuation of work in future, then there is future continuous tense. For example, वो खाना बना रही होगी, वे क्रिकेट खेल रहे होंगे. When you threw a glance on Hindi sentence and if you found the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे, रही होंगी, etc. It means there must be future continuous tense. We make future continuous tense with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb. If the subject is other than I and we, then we use will as a helping verb. Otherwise, we have to use shall and be, and then add ing with the first form of the verb and at last object. Let us see the sentence. वो खाना बना रही होगी, she will. Actually, according to the chart, we will use will with the subject you, he, she, it and they, and we use shall with the subject I and we. Here the subject is she, that is why we have to use will and then be, then ing form of the verb and at last object. Come to the second sentence. वे क्रिकेट खेल रहे होंगे, they will be playing cricket. Let us see the negative sentence of future continuous tense. The identification is same, but there is negation of work or negative information about the continuation of work in future. As वो खाना नहीं बना रही होगी, मैं क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहा हूँगा. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb, then not plus be plus ing form of the verb and at last object. Let us translate these sentences according to the rule. वो खाना नहीं बना रही होगी, she will not be cooking food. मैं क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहा हूँगा, I shall not be playing cricket. Let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative. Actually, the identification is same. As if you found the verb in Hindi ends last syllable रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे, रही होंगी along with asking question. As क्या वो खाना बना रही होगी, क्या मैं क्रिकेट क्यों खेल रहा हूँगा. To translate such a type of sentence, first of all we have to write interrogative word, then helping verb according to the subject, then subject, then be, then ing form of the verb and then object and at last mark of interrogation. Let us try to translate this sentence according to the rule. क्या वो खाना बना रही होगी. Here in this sentence there is no interrogative word. The sentence starts with the word क्या. So we start with helping verb. It means will she be cooking food. मैं क्रिकेट क्यों खेल रहा हूँगा. Here there is interrogative word क्यों. That is why they start with why. Why shall I be playing cricket and at last mark of interrogation. Come to the next type of sentence, that is interrogative and negative. Sorry, in interrogative and negative, only not will be used after subject and before be. Just will she not be cooking food? Why shall I not be playing cricket? Come to the next tense, that is future perfect tense. What is future perfect tense? Actually, future perfect tense talks about the completion of an action by certain time in future. Please pay attention again. Future perfect tense talks about the completion of an action by certain time in future. As वो खाना खा चुका होगा, हम क्रिकेट खेल चुके होंगे. You can identify future perfect tense with the construction of Hindi sentence also. If the sentence in Hindi ends with चुका होगा, चुके होंगे, चुकी होगी, there must be future perfect tense. These are positive sentence, so we make positive sentence of future perfect tense with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb, then have, then past participle form of the verb, and at last object. Let us try to translate. वो खाना खा चुका होगा. He will have eaten food. हम क्रिकेट खेल चुके होंगे. We shall have played cricket. Let us see the negative sentence of future perfect tense. The identification is same as if the sentence in Hindi ends with चुका होगा, चुकी होगी, चुके होंगे, but there is a negation of work also. Just like वो खाना नहीं खा चुका होगा, हम गाना नहीं गा चुके होंगे. To translate such type of sentences, we start with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb, then not, then have, then past participle form of the verb, and at last object. Let us try to translate these sentences. वो खाना नहीं खा चुका होगा. He will not have eaten food. हम गाना नहीं गा चुके होंगे. We shall not have sung a song. Let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative. The identification is same as if the sentence in Hindi ends with चुका होगा, चुकी होगी, चुके होंगे, but in it question is also asked. As you can see here, तुम दूध क्यों पी चुके होगे, वह क्रिकेट कहाँ खेल चुके होंगे, क्या वह गीत गा चुकी होगी, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ा चुका हूँगा. To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word, then shall or will as a helping verb, then subject, then have, then past participle form of the verb, then object, and at last mark of interrogation. Let us try to translate these sentences. तुम दूध क्यों पी चुके होगे? Why will you have drunk milk? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ खेल चुके होंगे? Where will they have played cricket? क्या वह गीत गा चुकी होगी? Will she have sung a song? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ा चुका हूँगा? Shall we have taught English? Come to the next type of sentence, that is interrogative and negative. Actually, if there is a negation of work given in a sentence of interrogative also, then you have to use not after the subject. Just like why will you not have drunk milk? Where will you not have played cricket? Will she not have sung a song? Shall I not have taught English? So in this way you have studied all types of sentence in future perfect tense. Come to the next tense, and that is future perfect continuous tense. What is future perfect continuous tense? Actually, future perfect continuous tense talks about an ongoing action in future, an action that will be in progress. For example, वह 2 घंटे से खाना बना रही होगी, वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे होंगे. You can identify future perfect continuous tense with the construction of Hindi sentence also. If the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे, along with the time, there must be future perfect continuous tense. Okay, these are positive sentence. We make future perfect continuous tense with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb, then have, then been, then ing form of the verb and object, and then since or for to show time, then time. At last you have to use full stop. Actually, as in previous lecture I have told you that for talks about amount of time, period of time like 2 hours, 4 hours, 4 days, 4 months, 10 years, etc. Whereas since is used to mention the starting point of action like 4 o'clock, like Monday, like 1942, etc. Let us try to translate these sentences with the help of rules. वह 2 घंटे से खाना बना रही होगी. She will have been cooking food. Here there is a period of time, that is why we have to use for 2 hours. They will have been playing cricket since 4 o'clock. Come to the negative sentence. The identification is same as if the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे, along with the time, but there is there is negation of work also. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then shall or will as a helping verb, then not, then have, then been, and add ing in the first form of the verb and object, then since or for to show time, and then time. Full stop. Let us translate these sentences according to the rule. She will not have been cooking food for 2 hours. वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे होंगे. They will not have been playing cricket since 4 o'clock. Now come to the interrogative sentence. Identification is same as if the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे, along with time, but in it question is also asked as वह 2 घंटे से क्यों खाना बना रही होगी, क्या वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे होंगे. To translate such types of sentences, we start with interrogative word, then helping verb, and as a helping verb we use shall or will, then subject, then have plus been plus first form of the ing, first form plus ing plus object plus since or for to show time plus time, and at last mark of interrogation. Let us try to translate these sentences with this rule. First of all, you have to write interrogative word why will she have been cooking food for 2 hours, and at last mark of interrogation. In the second sentence there is no interrogative word, that is why the sentence starts with helping verb. Will they have been playing cricket since 4 o'clock, and at last mark of interrogation. And if there is interrogative and negative sentence in future perfect continuous tense, then you have to use not between subject and have. Just like, why will she not have been cooking food for 2 hours? Will they not have been playing cricket since 4 o'clock? In this way, we have completed all 3 tenses in 3 lectures. I hope you enjoyed tenses and learned from it. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.